Hello friends, welcome to AI, and today the topic we are going to discuss is difference between AI, ML, TL and DS, that is artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning and data science. So let's continue. So here you see AI, artificial let's one minute. Here you see AI, artificial intelligence, ML, machine learning, DL, deep learning, DS, data science. You have many times listened the word AI, that is artificial intelligence, but you have listened less many times the word machine learning, data science and deep learning. But you should know what that if we combine these three things together, then we say that it is a AI. AI simply means if in any machine or in any model, if machine learning, deep learning and data science will available, a will function, then we say that this machine or model is AI. We should know it in deep in next slide. First to so know that about this. Okay. And in machine learning, deep learning and data science, the difference between that and in artificial intelligence, I have already told you that if we combine these three things, then it is a AI. Okay, you should know that in 21st century or right now, the demand of artificial intelligence or data scientist engineer is huge. Even if the number of demand is very high, but right now the number of candidate who is a data scientist is very less. Even if in a company, I am not going to told the name of the company, but he has currently I think 3 to 400 employer of data scientists, even if he demand more. So let's continue with the next lecture. So here first we know each and every type in just a single line. Okay, so let's start with the first one, that is artificial intelligence, that I've told you earlier that if we use ML, one minute, if we use ML, DL and DS together in a model, then it is called AI. Okay, and our end goal is to create an AI application. I am sorry, here an is missing. Okay, so if we combine these three things in a one machine or in a model, then it is an AI. Okay, AI simply thinks about herself and do the work. Here there is no any human involvement take place, no any human. It just think about itself what to do. If you suppose a automatic car, then if the car is driving, if someone come in front of the car, it will stop. He think that if someone comes in front of me, I have to apply the brake, and he applied the brake. Here there is no any human involvement take place. That is AI, and everything the end goal to create an AI application. What we do in data scientists is that to create an AI application. What we do in machine learning, deep learning, DS, our end goal is to create an AI application. Machine learning, what's it? A stat tools used to explore data, analyze data, and create predictive model. Okay, we are using a static tools, many tools are mean, median, mode, covariance, like that, to analyze the data, that what data say, explore the data and to create a predictive model. Which what is predictive model? Which is used to predict the output. Here we use previous data to create a model, and according to that we are predicting some new value. If we give the new value to it, then what was our output, and this will done with the previous data. So many companies investing a lot of money to collect the data, and right now collection of previous data is completed to many of the company, and now they are just going to make a predictive model which will predict what going to be next. Okay, and what is deep learning? So deep learning simply when machine learning not performing well, making the human brain. Okay, these two lines have two different meaning. The first line, in many more data, just like image data, video data, audio data, machine learning is not going to perform well. Okay, in that case we are going with deep learning. And this what he do, he just create a human brain neural network. You see, these all are neural network. And what is data science? That the goal of data science is to go inside a knowledge from any type of data, both a structure and unstructured data. A structure and unstructured data both are different things. We are going to discuss in some other lecture, but right now you should know that here there is a human involvement take place, who will watch the data, read the data, understand the data, that what data wants to say. Okay, it will go inside the data. So it is know that what data wants to say us. This process is going to be in data science. And you also know that data science and machine learning both are related to each other. There is no any minor difference between them. Here the difference is only in data science we are not going to make any predictive model. Either we analyze the data, we should know that what data want to say us. And in machine learning, we are going to make a predictive model according to the data, and we are going to predict what going to next without doing this. With the previous data, I just give some new data, and according to that, we want to predict what was our output. Here we are not going to do the things. We just want to know previously that what is going to be next. That is machine learning. And here you see I am make it that AI is equal to what? ML, DL and DS. So simply AI is equal to ML plus DL plus DS. If in any model or machine, if these three things performing, functioning or available, then we say that model or that machine is an AI machine. That is nothing else. So let's understand each terms in detail. So first is our artificial intelligence. So here artificial intelligence, fondly abbreviated as AI, is concerned with imparting human intelligence. 1 minute, wait. Yes, artificial intelligence, fondly abbreviated as AI, is concerned with imparting human intelligence to machine. Here, this line want to say that it is known as AI. Okay, that's it. And it is, and this line want to say that it is using human intelligence to a machine. Means a machine can perform as like human beings. Okay, it focus on the development of intelligent machine that can think and act like human. Just I have told you that a machine is going to think, do like human things. What a human can do on a particular things, what a human can perform an action on a particular happens, these are going to understand by a machine self. There is no any human involvement take place. Instead, AI is intelligence such as machine display, and according to that, it is going to perform some tasks that I told you about the automatic car. If a human driving the car, if someone come in front of the car, then human apply the brake. That things is going to learn by the machine. That if you are driving a car, here a car was driving by AI, and if someone comes, then he will apply the brake. So here we are just making a machine just like to think like human things, do like human things. What a human can think on a particular things, the machine will think, and according to that, he will perform some tasks that you have also seen in the movie Robot. An intelligent agent is a device that can perceive its environment and act to optimize its chances of success. Now, here I want to say that if let us take the example of here automatic car. If someone comes in front of them while driving, okay, then he will apply the brake. Then here he is doing a good job. Then there is a agent also here which is using to give him that yes, you are doing do good job, you are success in this. examination just say that. Okay, so here chances of success, if any machine is not going to stop the car and there's a damage take place. Now here, if we are not going to give it as you're doing a good job, no, you're doing bad, you're fail here. And according to that it will again start learning, and again he trying to remove his fault. That is going to here. Such intelligent machine mimic human cognitive function like learning and problem solving. Now here you should understand this line in my another example. Here you see these three images, first, second and third. Here what happens, listen. Here, here what happens, machine is learning. Okay. In the first phase, here machine is learning. Okay. In the second phase, what happens, machine is doing some job in place of human beings. If machine learn, if machine do the job like human, then what happens to human? The human will lost their job, because the things that is done by a human things is doing a machine, then why we need of human? So here what happened, that the company expenditure towards salary to the human things will also decrease, and in this way the company gain more and more profit. So this field AI is going to be a very huge demandable in 21st century or right now, and it is going to give you job crisis also, that the human getting job is decreasing very rapidly, because if we do any job from human, then then we have to give the salary to him, and the salary was more than a human machine or a robot for their expenditure. So we are here, we are doing what, in just a simple line you should understand with three images, that machine is learning. Okay, here machine is learning something, according to that he will doing some job, and if the job is done by a machine in place of human, then what happens to human? Humans will lost their job, and here is the machine is just start doing job, and the human pack their bags and just go. Now moving to the next topic, that is machine learning. Machine learning is concerned with giving machine the ability to learn by training algorithm on a huge amount of data. It makes use of algorithm and statistical models to perform a task without needing explicit instruction. So let's understand what machine learning want to say us. Okay, here firstly we are giving the old data, okay, the previous data of any company, and according to that we make a model by training the data and by testing that how models perform well. Okay, and according to that we are going to give you the new inputs to it, and according to that model which I am making from the previous data, it will give us some output that what is going to be next. Suppose we take here an example of bank loan. Okay, so here we have, suppose we have 100 of data, 100 customer data, which I have name, age, job type, available balance, monthly transaction, yearly transaction, quarterly transaction, half yearly transaction, and if it will able to pay the loan or not. Okay, according to that, if a 100 of data, we are going 60% of data or 70% of data to train a model for training purpose, and according to that 60%, it means from 100 60 customer data we give for training the model, and again we make a model from the 60 data that which customer will able to predict loan or not. After that we giving the rest of the 40% data to check whether it will predict these 40% of data, that bill or not, that yes, if the actual value is saying that in 40% actual value is saying that yes, this customer pay the loan, is our model give right answer, yes, this customer pay the loan. According to that, if our model accuracy is more than 80 to 85%, it means to say that in 40% of data, if it able to define the let's say 36 or 37 people correctly, that yes, this customer pay the loan, no, this customer not pay the loan, then we can say that our model is good. Okay, and now what happens here, we make a model according to the previous data, and now we use that model to predict the new customer who are taking the loan. Suppose now, right now, 10 new person, 10 new customer taking the loan. Okay, then we are going to pass the all the data of these 10 new customer to them, to that model. Okay, and if we say out of the 10, the 6 people are going to pay the loan but 4 people are not going to pay the loan, so bank will do that, they will took a hard look on that 4 customer which is not going to pay the loan according to the model which I have made it. So this is machine learning is doing here. Okay. So here deep learning. So deep learning is an approach to machine learning. Okay, here you see deep learning is an approach to machine learning, one that focus on learning data presentation rather than one task specific algorithm. It makes use of deep neural network which are inspired by the structure and function of the human brain. That I've told you earlier that deep learning has main motive is to make the human brain. And here the main game is that you have to make these human brains in a proper way, that how many hidden layers is the hidden, so 3 perform well or 5, 7, 10, and how many neurons in each hidden layer. Here is 2 4 6, 2 4 6 neurons in here. Here is 2 4 2 4 6 neurons also here. Here 3 neurons. So our main motive is to what was our how many hidden layer in our neural network and how many neurons in each hidden layer, and I show you that it will just transferring the data. Here you see we have 4 input layer. Okay, here input layer, if we have 30 data, sorry, we let us take 32 data, then 8 data will pass from here, 8 pass from here, 8 pass from here, and 8 pass from here. Okay, and here all the 8 data is going to pass from these 6 neurons. Here also this pass from 6 neurons, here also passing from 6 neurons, and here also it is passing from 6 neurons. There is something concept like the weight, activation function, loss function, and optimizer. I'm not going to understand what these things is right now. I will discuss it in the topic deep learning, but we are using that things to pass our input. We are passing input from activation function to the neurons, and again here some output comes, and these outputs again pass through some activation function to these neurons, then an output come, then this output then again pass to this neuron with some activation function, then this output will come here, then this output again pass from some activation function, and we get a result. And we are here two things going to forward propagation and backward propagation. Here a concept weight which is initialized with some value initially, then after that according to our output and according to our loss, that what is difference between the predicted value and actual value, we are going to update all the losses accordingly, and in this way we are going to make a neural network which is going to predict some output according to the input. And here the main motive is to the how many numbers of hidden layer and how many neurons should be. Okay, here says such networks are made up of huge number of layers. Data transferred through multiple layers before products producing the output. So I've told you, and what this how we are using deep learning, because in some of the data like image data, audio file, video file, deep learning is not going to perform well or it is not going to perform. So for this we are using deep learning process. That is our data science. It is a field concerned with extracting insight from the data by making use of scientific method and algorithms so business can benefit. Data science uses machine learning to analyze data and make prediction. Here you see, data science uses machine learning to analyze data and make prediction. Okay, so data science is not going to make any prediction. He have just worked that what data want to say us is the main things. He will use a stat tools, mean median mode, to see the variance that the path which follow the data, what data says, what data represents to us, and it is to us is going to be a study in data science. Here we name data science. We're doing we can say we are doing some research in the data. We are doing research in data, that what data want to say us, what data showing the part, what data can do, what data cannot do, what is the missing value in data, which which data is not of the use, which data is our usage. These all the things is a study in data science. And you said that if you learn machine learning, then you can say you have completed 60% of the your data science problem also. So here you see that I have told you, if we combine data science, machine learning and deep learning together, then we get a artificial intelligence. And you see in this image also that this artificial intelligence is a type of machine learning and deep learning data science. All the three things will come under it. Data science is half part, it is behind this artificial intelligence. It means we are not going to use the whole data science concept here. We are just going to use a 30 or 40% of data science concept in our artificial intelligence, and machine learning is a subset of data science. Okay, and deep learning is a subset of machine learning. I have told you that machine, our main study is machine learning, but in some place machine learning fail, then the deep learning comes. If if in any data, if machine learning is doing well, then we are not any need of this deep learning. But if machine learning fail, then we go with the deep learning. So deep learning is a subset of machine learning. If this will work fine, then we not need it. Okay, but if this is not going to work fine, then we need it. Else not. There is no learning is a subset of machine learning. Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning. So our main thing is artificial intelligence, under which machine learning comes, and under machine learning deep learning comes. And we have use of deep learning in only that case where machine learning is not going to perform. If machine learning is doing well, then we are not any use of deep learning at that time. But if machine learning is fail, if machine learning is fail, then we use deep learning. That's it. That is the things. And we are not going to use the whole concept of data. We are using a stats that is in data science for feature engineering purpose, for for removing the anomalies from the data, that is a missing value, outliers, that things. We are analyzing the data, that which data is our usage, which data is our not usage. In data set there are a lot of features in the data, but these are features not of our use. There are some features which is not of our use, so we are going to remove it, and we should check it which features is our use, which are not used. These all things are done in data science. And the main work of machine learning is to make a predictive model. Deep learning has same works, make a predictive model, but here we are using a stat tools and some algorithm to make, and we use algorithm as stat tools to make a predictive model. And here we are using neural network to make a predictive model. And one thing that you should know, when machine learning fail, then deep learning comes. If machine learning performing well, there is no need of deep learning in that place. But in the robot, there everything we to analyze the data, images. So these all things are used here. Thank you. We have taken the reference of all the things from this site. You can go this site and understand these all the things in well manner also.